So this is almost a 20-year-old company, and you just raised a considerable amount of capital. Talk to us about what it means for 1stdibs and how you're going to use it.
The company is almost 20 years old. It was founded initially for the purpose of putting the Paris flea market, which is the premier antiques physical marketplace, online. Since then, as you say, we've morphed into a marketplace for luxury design in general. Our fastest growing categories, in fact, are what we call new and custom, or contemporary design, and jewelry. We raised these funds from a combination of financial investors. T. Rowe Price was the lead investor, and also a strategic group, Artemis, which is the owner of Christies and also the controlling shareholder of the Kering Group in Paris. And really, it's for the purpose of accelerating our growth in both new categories, like jewelry and contemporary design, and also to our fast-growing customer segments, the interior design community, as well as the luxury consumer.
And David, tell us more about this partnership with Christies. So their parent company is an investor, and yet that's an auction business. How are they avoiding disrupting themselves by listing, I would imagine, a selection of their merchandise on 1stdibs?
It's a pretty complementary fit. 1stdibs is the largest digital marketplace for luxury design. One way to think about Christies is that it's the largest offline or analog marketplace for luxury design. And so what this collaboration is it's the marketing of a collection curated by Christies through a combination of both the 1stdibs website and also our new 45,000 square foot gallery in New York City.
And let me ask you about that gallery. I'm fascinated by these e-commerce firms that are now going omni-channel and opening up bricks and mortar locations. You guys are one of the first to do it. You know, how are the physical locations complementary to the online business?
Well, you know, we sell design, which for many buyers, it's important to touch and feel and see in person. And so while the showroom is big, it's about 45,000 square foot, as I mentioned, it actually only represents less than 1% of the product in our marketplace. And so for the customer for whom an in-person viewing is important, we offer that. For the majority of customers who are comfortable buying online, we offer that as well.
And David, do you expect to expand stores and open them up outside of New York?
We do. We only launched this one in February, so we're still in learning mode. However, it's grown much faster than we expected, and it's doing quite well. We have a long wait list of our suppliers who are interested in exhibiting there, and it's been very popular among both designers and consumers. So yeah, you know, I think we would look at most of the major design centers as potential venues for a facility like this.
And David, 1stdibs is no longer the only game in town when it comes to antiques or vintage online. There are companies like Cherish that have been raising money. What does the new competition mean for you guys?
Yeah, you know, I really don't view any of those direct competitors as direct competitors for our business. You know, as I mentioned, vintage and antique design, while it was the original core of the business and it's still an important part of what we do, it no longer is our fastest growing category. I view our competition, similar to many online disruptors, as offline alternatives for what we sell. We are many, many times bigger than our direct competitors, but still the majority of spend in this market happens offline, and that's the market we're gunning for.
And is there friction between you guys and some of those older offline channels, some of the sellers that primarily sell to physical stores?
I think there's friction for digital in general and retail, traditional retail. I don't think it's any different than in any other market. And actually, most of our suppliers are interested in figuring out how to do digital and finding a digital channel. The existing incumbents online, like in Amazon, for example, is not geared towards the luxury market. You know, the way we think about it is the race for the $50 order has been won by a combination of Amazon and Walmart in dollar terms. The race, however, for the $5,000 order has not been won. We sell roughly 50 orders a day above $5,000, and those are mostly from suppliers who would not be comfortable selling through an Amazon or a Walmart.
Yeah, those are extraordinary numbers. David, one last question, and I can't not ask you this. You also sit on the board of Twitter. Jack Dorsey recently paying a visit to President Trump. I'm just curious how you counsel your CEO on the topic of kind of balancing extremist content on the platform, but also making sure you're not tilting the service towards one political party or not. It's something that all social media CEOs have had to deal with recently.
So I appreciate the interest, but Jack does a great job representing the company, and I would suggest you direct those questions to him and his team.